on the village side to see, you know, if there's a liability clause or something that we would need to. That's all I need. Okay. Hero Park, Scripture Brick. Update.
It's on hold because of the weather,
Right.
but we did sell one of the Hill Park this last week. There's 26 that are waiting to be installed as soon as the weather breaks.
Thank you. Under me, I have appointment of council committees. A couple changes that I want to do this year versus last year. I got it rose. So we're going to keep Todd as a pro tem. For the budget committee, I'd like Dorothy, Joe, and Mark this year. Street, Joe, if you're okay with street.
Yeah, right.
Cemetery, I'd like to do Mark, Dorothy, and Corey. And then park, I'd like to do Sam, Mark, and Corey. If that's okay. Hero Park, I'd like to remain with Dorothy, of course. And then Corey, if you're okay on the ambulance, I'd like to continue that. Personnel committee though, I do want to change to do Mark, Corey, and Joe, if that's okay.
Good.
Consideration of, just in case something was to happen, for you to be on a personnel and then have to elevate to the president, just in case would be kind of a conflict. Brownfield, of course, last time we voted me as the president on that, and the board is the rest of the council. And Doug. So if that's okay, we'll keep that Brownfield the same as well.
Right, you're on the
Point of order.
right?
He's
He's
zoning that.
zoning your Brownfield.
Gotcha.
No,
Any questions on that at all, or any objections? Perfect.
do you motion?
I don't think we do. I think it's all based on me nominating, isn't it? I don't think we need a motion on that. Clerk treasurer's report.
Clerk treasurer's report. So Kelsey's part-time right now, and she's been doing a great job. We're open Mondays and Wednesdays. She's working Mondays 9 to 5, and Wednesdays 10 to 6. And, well, I'm hoping I can get you guys' blessings to make her the clerk/treasurer. She's been working with Steve. She's been entering all accounts payable with him. I think she fits within the village of Elsie with our personnel. I think Chris would agree with me on that. She's not born and raised here in Elsie, but she definitely is fitting in pretty well. So I was hoping we can make a motion to do that, so Steve can continue to work with her.
Is there a training program that Woodhill offers for such a?
Yes, she's pretty much entered it. I actually brought it up to Treasury at our last meeting, told them kind of what I wanted to do with her. And they are looking at potentially funding another MOU for the Woodhill Group for fiscal year 2027. So that he could Steve Adair could specifically work with her. So he's kind of been laying out the foundation as well as I have. She's doing great with the water bills. She's interacting with the community very well. Heck, when they call, they want to talk to Kelsey, so that's good.
Is that something you want to do?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That sounds like a great step forward. And it splits the jobs up.
Absolutely.
Let's have.
Yes, absolutely. I like that.
Need a motion?
I'll make a motion to appoint Kelsey, what is your last name?
Kelly.
Kelly, to clerk/treasurer.
Support. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Could it be a roll call?
Yes.
Roll call.
Roll call. Jason Freeman.
Aye.
Dorothy Ornelas.
Hi.
Todd Carroll. Mark Hell. Corey Witt.
Aye.
Sam Free.
Aye.
Joe Underset.
Aye.
Motion carried.
make a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
Thank you, sir.
Motion's been made and seconded to support the treasurer's report. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Police report.
Alright. Police report. Elsie Police Department conducted 7 traffic stops this month. Complaints have decreased from last month with a total of 27 calls for service. Total of 160 hours were worked at the Elsie Police Department this month. Police activity for the month of December consisted of traffic enforcement, motor carrier enforcement, 1 domestic, 2 civil disputes, and several community policing activities. The Elsie Police Department is currently working on MCO's annual registration that is due February 6th. This is a mandated reporting based on the prior calendar year's activity. This is also where the police department's law enforcement distribution funding comes from, LED. We have received our Axon body camera 4s through the Axon contract, however, they're currently not in service as of yet. Code and zoning enforcement has continued with 2 zoning applications currently being processed. We've also made progress with the ordinance committee regarding revamping outdated ordinances. Another meeting will be scheduled for a later date. As always, looking for another great month here in Elsie.
Make a motion to approve the police report.
A second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Manager code enforcement.
Alright. Manager's report. On January 7th, 2026, Steve Adair from the Woodhill Group and I met with Treasury for a monthly meeting. We discussed extending the MOU for the Woodhill Group for fiscal year 2027 due to ongoing demands and making strides to financial management, as well as budget preparation, financial audit preparation, and monthly DEP reporting. Treasury advised that they would be willing to review funding for the village's continued work with Woodhill Group and requested a detailed report for the MOU. They also advised that they would be willing to review a detailed report for funding a grant writer position on a part-time basis under an additional MOU for the village of Elsie. Steve Adair and I have met with a possible candidate for this position and will be getting details to Treasury as soon as possible. Treasury was also updated on the status of 140 Maple Street and advised that a potential business owner has inquired on renting of the building for $1,800 a month. The ITA for the DWSRF grant is currently moving along with FB Engineering and Eagle. Currently, the engineering company is requesting $28,000 to move forward with the next steps of the ITA that will be fully submitted by June 1st of 2026. I indicated to Treasury any financial support regarding the $28,000 would be greatly appreciated. They indicated that they would be looking into funding this with upper management. I've also been working on submitting the FDCVT grant applications that are currently due by January 30th, 2026. Treasury asked what the village was going to potentially request, at which time I indicated fire hydrants throughout the village of Elsie. Currently, we have 41 fire hydrants with the village, and majority of them have not been replaced since 1938. Several of them are leaking, creating a public safety concern here in the village. They advised that they felt the fire hydrant project would be a good fit for the FDCVT grant. Tomorrow after 5:30, we will be opening the responses to the RFP for fiscal year 26 and fiscal year 28 financial audit. I've also been working with LEAP and MEDC regarding moving forward with the RRC program as discussed at last meeting. They've also made contact with the owner of the old Lear plant and are willing to negotiate a potential lease and or sale with a potential business owner that will benefit the village of Elsie economically. Hopefully more developments will be available next month. As always, looking for another great month here in Elsie.
So for the DWSRF grant, we have not got funding 100% for sure yet, but we should move forward with a motion to approve the $28,000 expenditure, with hopes that the Treasury does. So Steve did green light it, and said that we do have the funding available to move forward if Treasury does not come through with a grant or some type of.
So the 20, yes, so we did pay the $4,400 for the initial, intent to apply for the water main project, that's what this is, if anybody's curious. But the 28,000 is for FB Engineering to actually come up with the plan, fill out the complete application with Eagle. We did move a well, we wanna move a well. Well one is very old, and we would need to put it down by the water tower in hopes that we would potentially get the iron removal plant that we've all wanted for, I don't know, 40 years here in Elsie. So the 28,000 would basically pay for all of the engineering costs and get us to that point of them submitting the grant for the ITA.
I think if we move forward on it, I think it shows Treasury that we're trying to move in the right direction.
Well, and
And
not
we're
even
willing
showing
to-
them, I mean, we honestly are.
For sure.
We all live here, we want the water better than it is. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. I'll make that motion, pay the $28,000 for this rolling.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve 28,000 in possible expenditure. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
That sounds stupid. What is the RFP report?
It's a program, for small municipalities, I kind of went in depth about it last month,
I'm sure you talked
but
about
they're
it.
gonna help us with the 5-year strategic plan
Oh, okay.
and also the capital improvement plan. They're actually talking to the owner of the old Lear plant, and, she wants a lot of money for that building, and I'm not gonna say it's not worth it, because I've been in it, it's definitely worth it. But
Longer it sits empty, the
Yeah.
worse it gets.
I think if he could rent it to somebody, I mean, one of his biggest stipulations was it needs to be somebody that's gonna help the village of Elsie. You know, that wants to bring business to the village of Elsie. And with this program, that's what they're trying to do for us.
I'll make a motion to approve the management report.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. DPW?
Nice, Chris.
I didn't ask for no money in this thing. So, we did get in a couple more meters since I typed this up, so. We got a couple big ones in the school, the gas station. It's moving slowly, but I got an idea how we can push it along. We're getting residents to call back. But, the list of dates you got in the last sheet, that's everything I had to submit throughout the year to the state. When I did it. And everything's done, so. We're still pumping the lift station down there, still waiting on motors on South Ovid lift station. East Island lift station, that one's running all right, the one quote, apparently both of them went bad at the same time. So, I'm waiting for them to get me another one. Other than that, everything else is. Besides the equipment, doing okay.
Well,
Just to go a little bit more in depth on that, Chris brought to my attention today that we do have another water main break, today on West Main Street, and the first thing I asked him was, well, can you guys fix it yourself? And he's like, no, Destiny, we don't have anything to dig with. So, that's an issue.
mhm.
Yeah, so we'll be here to do that.
So, look for another VA month bill next month.
Can we just get the DPW guys some pickaxes?
You're out here.
Maybe 10 more guys.
Yeah, if you guys don't have any questions, that's all
How did, the new road work first?
I got. Well, good as long, as far as it was there. we got a big stuff, pile of ice over it, and it smells all gone.
So,
That worked really good.
we're good. All right, cool. Sweet. I'll make a motion to approve the DPW report. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the DPW's report. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Need to set the next date for ordinance committee. At that one, we're gonna divide and conquer. I'm gonna probably give everybody a couple to pick off. So we will. Joe, you got your phone? You got your phone this time?
Yep.
I will be out of town the week of the 26th, so we have to be after the 1st. I can do potentially the 5th, set it at 6 again, if that's all right.
Yeah, that sounds good.
The 5th at six work okay for everybody?
Yeah.
What day is that?
February 5th, 6 o'clock.
What week?
Thursday.
Thursday.
You said Friday, don't worry. Thursdays are better, you said. The SRF grant, we already did that, so we're good there. So we're gonna move on to public comment. So public comment, you get 3 minutes, but this is not, if it goes personal, we're shutting the meeting down. This is not a personal witch hunt on anybody. So if anybody's insulting or disrespecting anyone that's sitting up here, it's gonna get shut down, so. When you start public comment, just state your name and where you're from. You're up first.
All right. I'm
Squeaky
Dan.
wheel gets the grease.
Oh, jeez. I just want to ask Chris something. I got nothing to say very much, but.
Say who you are.
Oh, shut up, Joe. I'm Dan Favis. I live over on First Street. I was wondering, are you guys gonna start filling any potholes in the next? Because if you want, you let me know, because I did it for you guys last year. I took my roller and I flattened them out for you. Just let me know when you're gonna do it, and I can do it around, where Joe lives and in front of my street and down the street, because I just take my lawn roller.
Don't forget about First Street.
Well, I'm not-
I was gonna say,
well,
we're running down the street. I'm on this
Well, I
side.
live on First, I mean, come on. But yeah, whenever you guys do it, just let me know, and I can go out there with my lawn roller and my
Okay.
lawnmower and roll them down for you, so it don't get all over the. That's all I.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Mike Udawassa, Michigan. Thanks for allowing me to talk today. Just some comments here I'd like to talk about. On December 19th, Chief Bryce, President Freeman, and council members Ornelas and Helt appeared before the Clinton County Board of Commissioners to discuss concerns involving the Clinton County Sheriff's Office. During those comments, statements were made suggesting that Sheriff's Office employees were being untruthful and the information documented in CAD reports were false. President Freeman stated that accusations need to stop and that the village would not accept false narratives disclosed in police reports. Following that meeting, during subsequent discussion regarding these same issues, Chief Bryce stated the Clinton County Sheriff's deputies are liars. After hearing those statements, the sheriff and I determined that we have no choice but to defend our agency and, more importantly, the integrity and reputation of every single deputy that wears this uniform. Tonight, I want to address integrity concerns that we have experienced involving Chief Bryce over the past year and a half. In the summer of 2024, Chief Bryce filed a complaint against one of our court security deputies regarding how she was treated at the courthouse. When I spoke with that deputy, he explained that he had attempted to speak with Chief Bryce about repeated parking and driving issues at the courthouse. Specifically, she regularly parked her Ford F-150 directly in front of the courthouse, left the vehicle unattended, and then when leaving, she would drive the wrong way out a one-way exit, creating traffic hazards and generating complaints from the public and courthouse staff. When addressed, she became upset and caused a scene. When confronted later, even after being informed we had video evidence, Chief Bryce denied that it was her. In the fall of 2024, our office received multiple complaints from deputies regarding Chief Bryce driving at extremely high rates of speed, upwards of 80 to 85 miles per hour, in the village of Elsie police vehicle, without emergency equipment activated and not while responding to calls. When contacted by myself, Chief Bryce again denied this behavior. We have documented reckless driving complaints from residents across Clinton, Shiawassee, Saginaw, and Gratiot counties. And if anybody wants to see them, I got them here. Involving that same Elsie police vehicle. On November 13th, 2025, a critical call came in involving a subject threatening suicide and possibly armed with a razor blade. No Elsie police officer responded. 3 Clinton County deputies responded from across the county. Firefighters on scene stated, and this is captured on body-worn camera footage, that Chief Bryce was at the village offices at the time and did not respond. Chief Bryce later stated she was in court. However, courthouse security footage and court transcript show she entered the courthouse at 12:49, began testimony at 1:30, and exited the court, and she left the testimony at 1:34 and exited the courthouse at 1:36. She testified for an entire 3 to 4 minutes. The security footage shows her walking out to Elsie Police Ford F-150 and leaving the courthouse parking lot eastbound. I also have video evidence of both her arrival and leaving of the courthouse and her actual testimony. The call came in at 1:55. I also have 3 responding deputies who have stated that the Ford F-150 was parked in the village parking lot while they were en route to this call. I have video and documentation available for review. The integrity issues here do not lie with the Clinton County Sheriff's Office. We have consistently supported the residents of Elsie and worked to assist the Elsie Police Department. However, when public accusations were made questioning the honesty of our deputies, we have no choice but to defend our people and to present the truth of what has occurred. Thank you for your time.
So in the report that you're mentioning, when you spoke to a firefighter, what was put on the police report though? What was put on the CAD sheet?
It was that no Elsie police responded. And that
Okay,
they were a village employee.
and that they were a village employee.
Our deputies don't know whether they're a village employee or contracted, we have no idea.
They said I would.
Then why put it in the, yeah, they said she.
The sheriff is gonna discuss that next.
And was I logged in again on that day, under sheriff?
I don't know you were or not, I don't believe so. Why would you not? We all log into CAD when we start work.
Well, that's you.
We do.
My name is Lori Butte. I am a 4th generation resident of Elsie, formerly Arbogast. I am a proud graduate of Elsie High School in 1993. It was recently brought to my attention that there were questions as to why I was a member of the Elsie Watch page. My family still is local here, and I have pride in where I grew up and still have many connections here. I was asked by Under Sheriff Butte on August 15th, who was also my husband, on August 15th of 25 to reach out to Jennifer Freeman, Jason's wife, who was a friend of mine. I called her work number at Indian Trails and left a voicemail requesting Jason to contact, for Jason's contact number or for Jason to contact Mike at the Sheriff's Department regarding a matter he needed to discuss with him. I also sent her a Facebook message in case she wasn't at work requesting the same. Jennifer sent back a message almost immediately with Jason's contact number. None of this would have occurred had I had contact information available from anyone on the board. No contact numbers available. Another occurrence took place on December 20th where you guys went to the board meeting at Clinton County and you had a meeting with my husband afterwards. Conversation took place that both my husband and I were all over Facebook on the Elsie page in specific, and that we were going down a rabbit hole of hell. Per Jason, I contacted the Elsie Watch administrator who reviewed the page content, and there was nowhere where my name, Mike Butte's name, or Undersheriff were mentioned in any of that. So I welcome you to bring that up because I am not a political person. I do not post stuff. I work for the county, and I hold my position very highly there. And any of these guys here, I hold them to high esteem. I'm setting the record straight that I barely use Facebook. And when I use Facebook, it is not regarding anything Elsie political, and it is not any political platform whatsoever. It is school and it is my family.
Hello, everyone. I am Sheriff Sean Dush. I'm a lifelong Clinton County resident. First of all, I'd like to address President Freeman. You should have done your own research to make sure you were getting the truth from Chief Bryce before you went in front of the Board of Commissioners and spread your misinformation. You were lied to by Chief Bryce, and we have proved that without any doubt. In addition, by believing the misinformation provided by Chief Bryce, you're also essentially calling our officers who responded to the suicidal subject call and the volunteer firefighters who saw her in the village office liars. And for that, shame on you, and maybe in the future you'll verify before you throw people under the bus. Second, when Chief Bryce started in Elsie, we were told by our staff that she made the comment to one of our officers, she hates Brown. I heard this before I even met her. Despite what we were being told, we took all that with a grain of salt, and Under Sheriff Butte and I agreed that we will treat her with respect and help her in any way we can, and if she proves to not be trustworthy, then we will distance ourselves and the Sheriff's Office from her. We were very good to Chief Bryce and helped her on many occasions. As far as our staff adding CAD notes when the chief is in the office or on duty and refuses to answer the radio or take calls, our road patrol will continue to document that for two reasons mainly. One, so we have a record of it, and two, so if anyone complains about how long it took for us to respond, we can explain the truth to the caller. The suicidal subject call was a priority call and was not a call that should be put in holding or ignored in any way. This is a call that requires immediate response from the closest car and at least one additional officer. The fact that Chief Bryce failed to respond is unacceptable, especially with the fact that she was in the village office when our people arrived in Elsie. She was not at the courthouse like she's telling everybody, and we have video proof of that, of her leaving at 1:36 p.m. Our people responded priority to this call, which put them at risk as well as the public. Due to the history, our road patrol will continue to put CAD notes in the call if the chief ignores her duties. I have worked at the Clinton County Sheriff's Office for almost 28 years, and during that time, there have been multiple police chiefs in Elsie. We have never had issues like we are facing now with the current chief. We all worked together, and we always helped out when asked, and if no Elsie officer was on duty, we always took the calls and handled any investigation like we do anywhere else in the county. This is the most important part. Despite what has transpired with Chief Bryce, including the fact that she's called our officers liars, our partnership and commitment to the residents of Elsie has never changed and won't change despite our lack of trust in Chief Bryce and Village President Freeman. Thank you for your time.
Anyone else?
I gotta stand.
Sure.
Justin Paulus, I'm part of the Over Elsie Youth Program, our baseball. And our program are trying to get a donation, or not a donation, but a grant to redo the baseball field. So I didn't know how that would intertwine with the village of Elsie, or if it's gonna be possible. Because we're gonna do Elsie and Ovid at the same time. Because we need new fences, we need new tile around the fences, we need new dugouts, we need new moon sand, like the fields are junk. And to build the baseball program better, we need a better fields. So I don't know if you guys can give me an answer. Can we just go ahead and do it, or?
Do you have a grant writer already?
My president is working on that right now. I mean, I can give you her information later.
Yep.
And we can go from there.
Yeah, and then we have a park committee that can meet and.
And are the fields gonna be mowed? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, DPW always mow.
As long as please don't break the lawnmower.
Right.
Right, well, I know money's tight around here, so like if I need to, I got ties with Sunbelt, if I need to rent a lawnmower, and hey, Chris, you can borrow it for,
You need to bring moon dust in for them fields.
Yeah,
Like
that's
they
what I'm
were-
saying,
like they
yeah.
were 30 years
We
ago.
need that, cause
That was the
it's
only,
bad.
that's the only thing that kept them fields as
Yeah.
good as they were, was that moon dust. Because you can't beat that stuff.
I believe the softball fields just had some put on in like a year or two.
Not, it was very little.
Yeah, yeah, you
Very
need
little.
to,
We
you
had a
need
whole truck brought in, and I know it didn't all get spread out because it sat on
Yeah.
the courts forever.
because you need to put them on there pretty thick.
Yes.
And then you need to rake them,
Right.
because that's the only thing that'll keep them.
Which I
fields
know
nice.
the village doesn't rake, cause we usually do all
Yeah.
the raking and prepping of
Yeah.
fields, but they're junk.
Yeah.
I mean, if we wanna build our baseball program, we need to do a better job of taking care of that field, so.
Yeah.
That's why we're looking out for grants and getting the baseball program to where it needs to be.
Well, so what we can do is we can get our park committee together with your boss or whoever's
Yeah.
helping you out. And then maybe we'll come up with something, maybe where we can get a stockpile of moon dust or something, and I don't know.
I mean, I don't have any issues with anybody that wants to do any improvements to the.
Not at all.
I'll never say no.
Especially for the kids.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially
I
for
would
the
ask.
kids.
So yeah, if we're all like on the same page,
Sure.
I mean, we can all,
For sure.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So give me contact information, and then
We'll send
I'll get with you after.
Yep.
And then we can go from there.
sounds good.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
All right, cool. Thank you. That's all I need.
Okay.
Mine was easy.
Anyone else?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.